But a champion becomes a legend. Maccabi Nebra's won it. Got it!
Welcome back to the Reggies. You're here with three blokes who could have been anything. Decided to have fun instead. Cut to the chase. Jace not with us again this week. He's obviously living his best life over in the UK. Went to the Liverpool game at Anfield, which would have been a dream come true for him. We'll hear from him a bit later. I hope everyone followed us in on the weekend, punting-wise, because the Reggies podcast printed money non-stop. Very special episode for me today and for the Reggies community. In fact, I was going to call him our first guest, but he's not really a guest because he's an integral part of the show each and every week. Turned 48 yesterday, and in my opinion is the dictionary definition of could have been anything, but decided to have fun instead. My old man, Mr. Ben Keating, or better known as Keato's Collectors. How are you, big fella?
Good, mate.
Good to have you.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Oh, mate, it's fucking unreal to have you.
Yeah.
Like Gropes said, you epitomise the Reggie. You know?
And I didn't get that wrong. He did turn 48, and I am 29. So he got stuck into his work early.
Correct. Had fun doing it.
That's good to know.
Oh, you never asked, mate. No.
Happy Father's Day too, fellas, to you two sitting beside me for last weekend.
Thanks, mate.
Tommy, Dad, hope you had a beauty.
Yeah, I did, man. It was good because, like, the young fella, he's starting to get through the daycare and kindy a lot more now, and it was the first time doing the old Father's Day thing, right, where you go in, you go around and do all the activities with them and shit, and they make you stuff. Like, made me this little key ring that's worth $2, but it's fucking priceless to me.
Yep.
Because it reminds you of shit when you're getting stuck into your work through the day. You might be having a cunt of a day and look down and go, yeah, it's all good, you know? So it was good, mate, and I've fucking took out the egg and spoon race at the daycare. 20-plus fucking thoroughbred dads chewing at the bit to take it out. Got drawn a woeful barrier, got put straight in front of a pole, and thought there's only one way out of this, and it's to fucking shoot out early. As soon as the gun hits, it was a good 4-track, sandy, packed down, and shot out, got the whole shot, round the pole. At the turn, I was probably 3 metres in front, and I was fucking, just cantering home. And then Watto comes steaming into me peripherals, and he went, Watkins coming home! And I just, little turn of foot to ice it.
Just give yourself a little tap.
Yeah, that's right.
There was no protest.
Little
Like, you
whip
ran
on the
out.
back. Because you had to have a kid in one hand, your kid, and then the spoon in the other. Yeah. Carry your kid. So I picked the lighter one, and and took it out, mate. And this is the fucking trophy.
That's fucking. Can't believe you had to carry the kid and the egg and the spoon.
Oh, mate. And there's a bit of technique involved when it comes to the egg and spoon.
Surely there was just heaps of drops.
So they didn't go through the rules, so I sort of just, I didn't hold the egg, which is frowned upon, but I ran my index finger down the back of the spoon so you didn't get the bounce.
Oh, yeah.
And then just obviously held the spoon a little bit up into the hand. But anyway, it was my first event at the Father's Day thing, 1 from 1. Just fucking on fire.
That's it. Career's over.
Yeah, well,
Retired.
I fucking
Go to stud.
I come second last in the 3-legged race, so
You had to make up for it. Well, that
But
sounds
anyway,
good.
That was good, mate.
You're right, though. Those days would be priceless for you,
Oh, it's just fucking unreal. How's your day, Keato?
Oh, mate, I was up the bloody back of the Callide there on the farm, cattle farm.
Yeah.
Matty McKay's. Thank you, Matty. You. Had a great day. Lucky I didn't turn up that egg and spoon race. carrying this cunt. Me. Imagine that.
Yeah, you would have had a bit on
Wouldn't need
there.
some gorilla tape around that egg and spoon, I can tell you, to hold on to it.
Fucking oath.
Just talking about that. Yeah, come down from to Gladstone, catch up with Mum for a week. And Mum sort of pulled out every little inch of newspaper article you can name. But she did come across something here.
Oh, here we go.
Have a look at this. Happy Father's Day
What year? Doesn't say.
to Dad, love Ryan.
Oh, how good's that?
No, I don't know if viewers you can see this, but he was 19. Well, we're thinking 2 or 3, but we'll say 19.
Fucking
Oh,
oath.
there you
How
go.
good's that? Look at that, eh?
Yeah, bloody oath.
Man
That's the good
keeps
stuff, mate.
literally everything. You should have seen some of the stuff that got pulled out. I'm talking, we'll get into it real soon about the athletic ability that this bloke had, but she's kept every ribbon that he won, and there would have been, I reckon, I didn't count them, but there would have been 70 or 80 of these things all just laid out in one of those books that's got like the clear bit on it, and you stick them down, and every newspaper article. We've got bloody, what do we got here? Selection, like Capra's selection forms. There's this shit everywhere. And she kept it all. What a bloody woman. She's trying to get him to take it home. He goes, no, just throw it out. All the trophies and stuff.
Oh, she's a proud mum, mate.
Yeah,
But
she is.
I didn't bring a fucking trailer down from Bone.
Quick shout out to the Bits Saints. Boys would still be hurting like all fuck. They went down to Yeppoon on the weekend in the grand final by 5 points. It was at home too, so it was in town. Massive, massive day. Woeful kicking from both sides let them down. Yeppoon normally don't miss from in front of goal, and they missed a lot of shots. So that was the day for the Saints to break the streak.
Yeah.
Huge crowd. This was the year. I think this is 9 or 10 in a row now for Yeppoon. So it's getting out of control. Like they're just their system up there is that's an unbelievable effort in itself. They lost twice this year, which they hadn't done in a long time, but they obviously got it done when it mattered. That was in the A grade, boys. The Reggies got it done, though.
Nice.
The Saints took home, got over the line there, which was good to see. Most important grade 1. And shout out to a mate of mine, Millsy, Jacob Mills. Everyone would agree he's an absolute legend of a bloke. He got called up to play A grade for the GF after playing Reggies all year. Gets called up for the granny, missed out on the premiership with the Reggies, and then the A's lost. So, unlucky, Mills. He played a hell of a game too, kicked a couple of goals, couldn't have put more effort in. So,
That's got a sting for the boys going down by 5.
I know. Oh, yeah, it was 5. 5 or 6. It was one kick. And they were in front. Like, the third quarter was where they lost it. They didn't kick a goal, and Yeppoon went to the front. But then, to their credit, they come out in the fourth, hit the front with probably 7 or 8 minutes to go, but Yeppoon, the winning goal was a big pack mark from this big forward. Like there would have been 7 or 8 of them. Packed mark and kicked it from 40, like on an angle. It was an awesome way to win for him. But
He'd be still yarning about that.
oh fuck yeah, that'd be it.
Interesting to hear that Yeppoon 11 straight years.
Nah, 8 or 9 or 10, I think. It's something crazy.
It's fucking impressive.
They hadn't lost in years until this year, and then Glenmore beat them, and then Bits beat them during the season.
Yep.
But yeah, they get players up from Vic and stuff. I don't know how, because what do they do in Yeppoon?
Oh, look, if you go back through the late 80s and 90s into the 2000s, Bit Saints, I think they went 16 years straight.
Yeah, they had. I think they've got all them premierships up there
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
wall at the club. I don't know if it was that many in a row, but there's a lot.
Anyway,
You
good on
got
the
into it
Saints.
back in the day, didn't you, Keato?
I used to have a little run, mate, yeah.
Yep. Fucking oath.
For the Muddies.
And the Saints.
Did ya? You did. Oh, yeah, I'm going to bring this up. He played for every fucking team.
Did he?
League, every team, except for Calliope.
Yeah.
Or,
How
and
do you know?
yeah.
Calliope netball.
There was a Urala team or something you were saying back in the day.
In the, what,
In
league?
the league, yeah.
Yeah.
Urala, you played for them. You play. He's a fish boy. He's an old fish boy, Tommy. Which I know you'll
Urala
hate.
folded back then. We
Yeah.
won the, what did we win? The under-17s grand final, 92.
Yep.
And then they folded. And then everyone had to go somewhere, so I went swimming.
Yeah.
I think we should say before we move on too,
He missed that.
the boys are fucking donning the baggy
Yeah.
Reggies today.
We are.
So
They've
you're
just
not-
come in.
They've just come in hot.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Mate, they're
Have a
fucking
go at 'em.
comfortable on the dome.
They rocked up to Tom's place and he called me and he just could not stop talking about how much he loved them. So
Oh.
I was like, stop and save this for the show to pump it up.
No, it's fucking, it's unreal. Like, there's been a lot of craftsmanship going to these. They're
Yeah.
velvet on the inside, and like something else we all love. And they just look great. So this will be like the Reggie's formal hat, and we've got the trucker hat as well. You'll see that on the bench in front of us. Go and check out YouTube if you want to have a look. And we've got, like we said, the greatest shirt to ever be made currently
Yeah.
in production. So
Yeah, we
About
should
a
have.
month.
We should be able to drop the image of the shirt.
Yeah.
In the next week, I reckon.
Yep.
For you all to just froth over.
fucking oath.
Dad, Keats, we're going to get through a bit here. We're going to start with your athletic ability, just so the listeners understand what could have been and where I could have been. You know, during high school, went to Chanel College. You broke and held numerous swimming and athletics records for decades, and I'm not even joking there. I think you held a few swimming records that lasted 15 years. I remember I went to regionals for athletics when I was about 14 or 15, and they had a notice board up, and it had all the records on it from the regionals, and there was 400 metres, 15s boys or 17s boys. B. Keating still had it when I was going there.
Fuck.
You were one of those natural freaks on the footy field. You played for Brothers, I think, for most of your. Although you just said Uralla, but I swear you're a Brothers boy for most of your career. Is that right? I know you played for every team.
It's your show, Gropes.
I don't know how true this is, but someone told me that you were in the they were talking about you when they were going to name the team of the century for the Fish a number of years back. Probably just didn't play for long enough. The Raiders were having a good look at you at one stage. I've actually got the letter here from the Canberra Raiders asking him to come down and have a trial. That was 1993, but the man loves beer and he's never set foot inside a gym. That's come from his own mouth.
Yep.
And he decided not to tarp up and got his missus pregnant at 18 in 1993. And in May of 1994, the greatest thing ever happened to him, and yours truly was born.
Gee.
And that was it, wasn't it? All over Red
Game
Rover.
over. Right, show over. Well done. Winnie.
Obviously, you had some local success on the cricket field, which we'll touch on, but it was more a junior career, wasn't it? Up
Yep.
to under 20s.
Oh, we came out of retirement there after a decade, but
Yeah, for the
you
cricket.
were part of that.
Yeah. But when you were swimming and running and all that at school, did you train for it, or were you just naturally good?
No training.
Was it one of those things with all the sports? Because obviously you loved fucking all your sports, running, athletics and shit. Was it something that, like, your old man or whatever sort of got you going when you were a little fella and stuff? Or did you just enjoy just fucking getting out there and having a crack?
Do anything to get out of being in the fucking classroom. Tom.
Yeah, that's true.
Simple.
Yeah.
Now, you guys know that.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's get out. Any sport on? Yep, I'm playing it.
Yeah.
Just say you went in the classroom. Economics. Geography on. Oh, no, I'll go and play netball.
Yeah.
Didn't matter what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
get out of it. Look, I must say my mother used to take me everywhere.
Yeah.
Training this, training that, training this, everywhere. That's all she did. Well, Dad's out working.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's all about Mum taking you everywhere,
Yeah.
pushing you along. And
Yeah.
yep,
Probably
And
don't
that-
realise till later on in life too
how much effort.
how fucking much effort she went through. Eh?
Yeah.
Out there, you're just going, come on, drop me here
Yeah,
or
yeah.
there.
You'll know shortly.
Yeah.
Well,
100%.
Nan did that again with me. So with I used to go to Dad's on the weekends, and you worked shift. So when you were on night shift or whatever, I'd go to Nan's instead, just to give Mum a spell, and Nan would take me everywhere again. Have me out in the backyard. I'd say, "Come and throw the cricket ball at me," and she'd be throwing it for hours out there. They had an still in the same house. It's like a double story thing, and underneath in the garage, there was no cars or anything in there. There was a beam, so we tied a rope around the beam and hung like a footy sock off it.
Yeah,
And for
I remember
days,
that.
I would just hit the cricket ball up against the fucking ceiling of the house.
Yep.
Would have driven you mad. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
There is no way I'd be able to do it, but never once did she tell me to stop.
No. And that's why she's probably got me down here this week, is to fix all the fucking palings that you're coming out.
Yeah, the big fella
the
hasn't stopped
upstairs.
working.
Fucking oath.
And
Mate,
I love it.
Is there any was there any sport or thing that you did that you loved the most, or were you just fucking all about everything back then?
Mate, I don't know. It's all about everything. I will say that after playing league, I never really tried rugby union. I tried it once and went, what a puss sport.
Yeah.
Catch it, kick it. Let's
Yeah.
wait. I will say, out of playing both, and I played AFL for a long time too, juniors and a few senior years, and
Yeah.
it's the game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that, Tom, but
Oh no, mate.
skillful, fitness,
Mm.
technique, ability.
Yeah.
That's the game that I ended up loving in the end.
Yeah.
As much as I love my league now,
Yeah.
Broncos and Lions, just to get it clear, guys.
Yeah.
This is who we go for.
Yeah.
But AFL, I just thought was just, you've got to be so skillful
Mm.
and you've got to be so fit.
Yeah, well, mate, that's one thing that I've noticed. I've only been to a couple of live games. Not a fan of it on TV just because I don't think I know the game and
Yep.
want to learn it at this stage of my life as much. But since being on here, I've got to admit it's starting to rub off a little bit. And like I said to Groper, I will actually, I'm going to be in Sydney probably running a Mac, so I probably won't watch it. But said that I'd start watching a couple and been to a couple of live games now, and you have to appreciate how much those fuckers run.
Oh,
Flat out, eh?
I think there's a reason why the boys that play league can get on the piss after every game, every week, have a few cans, and the AFL boys just don't. They'll just go cold turkey for at least the back end of the season anyway, because it would affect your fitness so much that one night a week.
Yeah.
Just having beers.
oh, it didn't worry me.
Yeah.
There is that odd bloke who fucking can just get proper on it and show up and kill it in fitness still.
Ben Cousins.
Mate, James
Premium
Radloff.
example.
James Radloff. A local bloke. Jimmy Radloff, mate.
Jimmy,
I've
I
heard
remember
yarns
Jimmy.
about Jimmy Radloff. He was a freak talent, just naturally gifted, but proper fucking Reggie. Like, as in would just sool piss, rock up and flog every cunt at fitness.
Great bloke.
Yeah.
He coached us in that grand final.
Yeah.
I
I think he lets Tom know about it.
Yeah.
I think this Reggie walked in half pissed at half time and said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Nah, that was pre-game. You walked in and told us about how you'd won that many games on this field, and I'm sitting there and I could see you were blind. I'm like, fucking hell. But no, it was good.
And that's 16-0. It's like, oh.
Yeah,
what are
I
we gonna
fucking
do?
won Tom a grand final that day.
Oh, flick pass.
Oh, what a day. That was fucking one of the best days of my life. I
Oh,
reckon.
mate.
I actually went to the after party with you.
Yeah. You did.
18-year-old fucking after party and his dad there fucking.
At a yardie.
Yeah. To Reggie.
I remember fucking H's dad picked us up and me, you and H got in the back and he just dived through the window. Through the window and laid on us.
Yeah. Fucking
Where
oath.
we
Oh,
going,
that
boys?
was prime. Right, so I've just got quick shout out. We're going to get into the Reggie ability over there in a minute, not just the ability. A bloke sent in. He plays for the Howling. How Long? That's what the place is called. How Long? It's like southern New South Wales.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from, mate.
Is it?
Hey!
Yeah, literally.
Oh, that's why the message said ask Quinn.
True. There you go.
Yeah, so southern. Apparently, you could yell and they'd hear you in Victoria. That's
Yes,
how
correct.
south it is. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
So How Long Cricket Club, based at the bottom of Dad Kissing Country. The lads at How Long have barely scraped together a committee this year for the cricket club, and the call's going out. Anyone half interested in playing, reach out and get involved. We don't want to see a club go under.
Fucking oath.
We've got a good record here at the Reggies of keeping sporting teams afloat. Ask the Harvey Bay Seagulls Rugby League Club. They can vouch, but you don't have to play every week. Just sign up. So let's say you get 17 or 18 blokes sign up. Only 11 play, but I guarantee there will be 5 or 6 out straight away.
You don't have to go to training either.
Before you even start the week, there'll be 5 or 6 that say I can't play.
Yeah.
Because of whatever reason. So
100%. Get around
even
it.
if you get 17, 18 blokes in the team, that's perfect. Look, just get yourself involved. Who cares? If you play 3 or 4 games, fucking oath. But just be aware, if you do get a lot of players, you'll be short all year, even though you got 18 on the books, and then come finals time, 18 will be available.
I'll be there.
Well, mate, nowadays with a lot of the shift working becoming a very normal thing, like 7 on 7 off shit, the lifestyle roster is very common now in industry. So you might have 18 cunts, but 9 will be available one week and 9 the other.
Yeah.
So you need numbers.
Is that what they do at How Long, Quinn? Are there shift workers, or what's going on in How Long?
Yeah, kind of. It's a very small country town that there'd be a lot of people flying in, flying out, I assume, yeah.
Perfect. Get 22 blokes on 7 and 7s, opposite swings.
Fucking oath.
Any free beer?
Well, no. That was, I think, what got Harvey Bay across the line,
It
the
was.
Seagulls.
It was, I remember it.
You almost
I
fucking
went down, I flew
relocated.
down.
They flew me in every week. Hopefully this sort of works again. Now, let's get into this, the Reggie side, old boy. Because, like I said, you fucking have got... There's too many stories to just fucking name straight up. We sort of mentioned one already. A bloke already rang up and told it about a Mad Monday after the A-grade premiership when you gave old mate a touch-up. But you've broken your ribs 3 times.
Oh.
And the all three of them had nothing to do with sport, and they're fucking funny stories. So, can we start with the coconut?
Where was that? So we finished the project. We're at a where were we? Hay Point Hotel in Mackay. Pissed as nits. End of the night. Pub shut. We're all staying in the units. Esky full of piss. Righto, who can get up there and get that coconut? So off come the belt. I said, I'll show you how to do it. So I flung the belt around the tree.
Yeah.
And off I went. And I got 2 steps and I come down and landed straight on the coconut. Pop. Pop.
That's fucking unreal.
Straight on the coconut.
Pop. And
So you didn't need to get up and get one because there was one.
no one else tried it either, so I won.
Yeah, fucking right.
So I won.
How many of those sort of things happen though, right? Like, as in those they're the fun moments, eh? Like after you finish that mission back to wherever you're staying with a group of lads full of piss, not hurting anyone, just fucking around.
It's almost
Who
like
can do this?
Yeah.
I can.
it was almost like the Mad Monday because the project finished for
Yeah,
work. You
it
know?
was.
But what about New Year's?
What happened there?
When
Rob?
you've tried to do a
handstand.
handstand in the backyard full
in the
of
back,
piss.
back paddock. Like the missus' daughter and the grandkids were up, and I did a handstand. I was probably a little bit heavier than that. Got up there and I just went backwards, thump. Anyway, I didn't feel much of it. Been on the piss again. The next day, that was the day before New Year's. Righto, mother-in-law. We went and sat at the pub. Let's go, 6 o'clock. Let's be there at the pub so you can get a seat. And I sneezed. I sneezed at the bar, and I'm telling you, it was like I was hit with a sledgehammer.
Oh,
Same
true.
rib. Oh, gone.
Oh,
Finished. New Year's over.
that would have been fun.
Imagine
was.
sneezing and doing a rib.
That like
At
I
the
haven't-
bar.
I don't think I've broke.
At the bar, look at this week, Greg.
Yeah, he
Tap
just
him.
sneezed and fucked himself. Yeah, I've never broken a rib, but I can imagine it'd be a kind of an injury, right?
So hard to get over.
Yeah.
Can't lay down, can't do this. You just got to sit up in a recliner. Yeah. Come up your
You're not
arse,
real good
can't
at sitting
fart.
still either.
Nah,
You hate it.
they're solid at the moment.
We've talked about this a fair bit in previous episodes, but what was it like in the let's say mid-90s? Well, how you would have been 18 in 94, so early 90s, mid-90s, all the way through. What was it like not having phones? Not everyone had a phone. Was it just play up central on like footy trips away, or is it the same? Much of a muchness. It's the same these days, even though there's phones.
Early days, your mother couldn't get hold of me, so that was a positive. After her, the next one couldn't get hold of me, right? So we're going over a series of years.
Yeah.
No, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You never had to worry about it. If you didn't take cash, well, you didn't have money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spot us 50, brother. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about phones. We
Yeah.
can't live without them these days.
I know you definitely can't.
Oh,
Well,
ask-
it just
ask-
would have been.
Ask Bart.
Yeah.
That's what
It just would have been nice, mate, being able to, like a lot of the NRL boys now, right? Let's say they go on Mad Monday. Back then, even the professional athletes or whatever, if you were in a safe space or at a pub or something like that, you could play up, get rowdy, not hurt anyone, but just be a bit of a goose because you're celebrating a big year. Nowadays, boom, fucking photo,
video.
check
Yeah.
out this cunt, rah, he's in shit with the club and that. Like,
Yep.
it's fucking, it would have been very fun back then to just not worry about shit like that.
Yeah.
But, and that's a positive, but the negative side to that would be good to have some memorabilia of the
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
right.
photos of the boys, you know.
I still remember on the fridge at home, I think it's still on the fridge or it's somewhere, there's my old man with orange and black paint all over his fucking face on this old, like, you know, they take the old
Yeah.
flash and you go get it printed.
Yep.
And there's still one of them, the old man, I think she was either Wicked Wednesday or Thirsty Thursday. They didn't just do fucking Mad Monday back then.
No.
But yeah, it was like 3 or 4 days in. I think Mum said he come back home to have a shower or something and took a photo of him, and it's just unreal. Like that just epitomises what you could do there.
Yeah, back in the
You
day.
know? Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Yep. Would have been awesome. We'll never, ever, ever get to fucking know what that's like.
Anyway, I had to go and whippersnip the bloody state high school for him that week because wasn't at work.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, I
old-
can't
good
imagine he
old Rob.
fucking would have been at work.
I was wondering where you're going there. You're talking about me. I'm like, what?
No.
Oh, that's fucking good. We got to share something pretty special when I was about 13, 14, I think. I played senior cricket in the Reggies all year, but in the grand final, as we just sort of talked about, everyone makes themselves available, so I didn't get picked for the Reggies GF. But the A-grade captain, Troy Webster, great bloke, one of Dad's good mates, gave me the call up to be 12th man and run the drinks for the A-grade. So I was never going to play, but I was running the drinks and I got to be a part of it, you know.
Yep.
Dad come out of retirement, played all year. I think he batted 7, didn't bowl, one of those sort of, but fielded like a chip. But
Like a champion.
fuck me.
Here we go again.
Anyway, we had Troy and Grant Webster, who you're great mates with. You had the young blood in there, Mick Slatter, Trev Tickner. Tick still says those days were the best years of his life too. Absolutely fucking treasures those moments. A few stories about you too, Keats.
Yeah.
Hawley pulled off an unreal run out that day. Elliot Gibb took one of the best catches you'll see. But the boys were in trouble when Keats strode to the crease at 5 for not many. He made 50, put on a big partnership. End up having the Glen 6 for 60 at the end of the first day, and it was all over. Fucking bar the shouting. But there's a pretty special photo we've got. All the boys huddled around with I don't know if the trophy's there, but we've all got the number 1 fingers up, and I'm at the front, and here's Dad's behind me, and we're all got the number 1 fingers up. And that was pretty cool because I just thought life doesn't get any better than this. I've just won the comp with Dad, 13, fucking. Good.
Oh, special, A-grade cricket was, I don't know, it was pretty strong back then.
It was massive back then,
Yeah,
yeah.
and what were you, 12?
13 or 14.
13? Well, check that.
I reckon I
Little
was 13.
13-year-old comes along, and anyway, it was good because we used him to field all day, chase
Yeah,
the ball, fine leg the third man.
Yeah.
But, to win an A-grade premiership with your son at that age,
That's
at any
awesome.
age, was... And we got a great photo of that.
It's a good photo.
That's
Comes
awesome.
up quite often.
You can't buy that.
Nah, that's right, man. That's a very proud moment, eh? To be able to see something like that.
And that would have been last game of cricket you played.
Yep.
Yeah, competitively.
Yep.
Which is a bit like your son with rugby league. Last game I played, I won Tom a premiership.
Yeah.
Threw the greatest flick pass of all time and decided to hang him up.
Yeah. That was time, eh? But I feel like even with cricket or whatever sport you played, I remember my old man playing for Wallabies back then, captain coach. I'd be a young fella there with him, and the environment around that club, mate, was like a fucking family. Yep. Everyone would go there. You knew you'd be happy to be with any one of the blokes there and feel comfortable with them, and you felt. It just doesn't feel like there's that anymore. I don't know if it's just Gladstone because of the island thing and young fellas stopped playing, but I don't think it's anywhere like that. It was such a solid rock formation, and that's what everyone loves sport for, right? Is that camaraderie with mateship and shit.
And you just said it there, the 2 words, mate. Camaraderie, mateship, and I guess you respect each other, you know?
Yeah. I reckon it had heaps to do with... So when we grew up, I reckon as soon as we finished our apprenticeships, everyone just wanted to get out of here sort of thing and move away and travel and that. Whereas the generation before, everyone just wanted to get a fucking maintenance job at one of these plants and stay here, get a house.
Car, fucking good
So
job.
that's where everyone just stayed and played footy and cricket, and it was so strong.
And you guys just wanted to go overseas and party.
Well, mate, I remember going through the juniors, right? It was an unreal juniors comp with all the boys from school. And I always look forward to seniors because I was just I just remember what it was like with Dad and just never got it because the island was happening when it was here and all these deadly footy players were here who were ex-NRL players like Steve Southern, Isaac Gordon, fucking Josh Cordova, all these lads, Blake Lazarus, these lads that were playing with us, and I was playing with them and the level of footy was awesome. As soon as the game finished, no cunts to be seen. And I'm like, this isn't what I fucking want to do. That's not footy. But, it would have been good times, mate.
No,
I do remember that because everyone was... Footy clubs were getting people jobs over on the island to come play footy, but they just didn't care.
So the
they were
competition was great at that time, but then all the young fellas who would have been going into those spots for those 3 or 4 years just fucking went, fuck it, stop playing. The island finishes, They've been out of footy for 3 or 4 years doing other shit. All of a sudden, the comp's to shit and it's never really recovered.
Yeah, I don't reckon it has either.
So
It's
but
sort of
anyway.
like there's not even any A-grade cricket in town anymore.
Oh, true.
Whereas, no, it's just all one comp. Unless if you play for the Glen, you play in the Rocky A-grade comp. That's it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a bit disappointing.
We better make a comeback, son.
Yeah.
Fucking right,
We'll get everyone.
Get
We'll
all
get
the
everyone
boys
back.
out.
All the boys I just mentioned. Fucking, what are you doing? Let's get
Yeah.
into it. Now, the RRLC, the member that we want to, induct, give him a jersey, put him on the bench, reserves, wherever we're going to put him. Got a nominee each week. This week's nominee is going to be tough to beat. I almost think we should just fucking shut the gates.
Oh, really?
Just close them.
Fuck.
But we won't because, it's a democracy. No, this guy's messaged in. It's about his old man. He straight up said, I'll have a nomination for the RLC. It's not me. I do pretty well on the piss drinking and pie consumption, but no real ability to speak of. So straight away, he understands what we're talking about.
Yeah.
He realises he doesn't have the ability, but he's got the fucking piss drinking and pie consumption down pat. So he might be a Reggie. He's not a Reggie. But he thinks his old man ticks the boxes. So, on field, played in the QRL in the 70s and 80s, had some ability, won a few premierships as a player, coached from A's to C's and juniors, etc., post-playing career, played under 2 different names in 2 different teams in the same comp back in the early days.
Worry.
That's
Worry
awesome.
into boys.
Kicked the penalty conversion from 60 out. I reckon there might be some mail on that one, but there's no footage.
No phones, mate.
Right, off field. He's straight up, first line says, keep in mind this is the 70s, 80s, and back end of the 90s. So,
Copy.
bashed a copper for pulling him over drink driving after a game. When the sergeant came to see him at training a few days later and asked why he did it, he basically said, because he tried to stop me from driving. He said, I can't do this story justice. The full yarn is too good. He got signed by a club. Terrible trainer. Coach pulled him up about it, and like a true Reggie, he said, did you get me here to train or play? His nickname is a great yarn. At a pub in Innisfail, I believe, he had a frog in his mouth, scared someone with it, so they come back later and threw a snake at him. He bit the thing in half and threw it back at them, so his nickname is Scaly.
Jesus.
Like a true pisshead, when he retired, he bought a pub. He got admitted to hospital on Christmas for gout.
This just gets better.
He had a rule, no drinking till 4 p.m, but you wouldn't see him without a beer after that. Never smoked or did drugs or anything like that, though. Bought a booze bus, perfect for the pub, but better for Goldfield Ashes trips and many other social gatherings. Right, what do we got here? One of my fondest, this is old man obviously, one of my fondest memories as a kid playing footy growing up, I was about 10. I was filling in for the year above. Brothers on the team, dad's the coach. Right on half time, I made a cracker of a tackle, body on the line, try saver, and cried my ass off. Dad's halftime speech to the under 11s, give or take. Fucking get in there and have a go. Scott is the only one that's made a tackle, but he ruined it by sooking. He said there's many more stories that sum him up as a worthy nomination.
Oh.
None of my typing does it justice, but I'd like to nominate my old man Scaly Graham for the RRLC. He's then said, so he's gone, fuck, I can't believe I left this out. I was born via cesarean. Date was planned Monday, September 12. Dad looked at the calendar. No, can't do it that day. Mad Monday. He was coaching and his team were playing the Sunday, like the day before. My birth got pushed back 2 days. All the boys came up to the room, broke the door, stole flowers from some other chick's room. Mum got moved to a bigger room. Dad's team won 20-18.
Are you kidding? What
Scaly.
a fucking yarn. That is from Scaly Graham, is it?
He said, he's given us a shout out too. He said the old boy's really crook these days. I won't go into too much detail there out of respect for him, but regardless, he said, if this gets read out or not, thank you guys for prompting me to talk to my old man about this. It was awesome having a chat to him and fact checking my memory and reminiscing. So
Hey, well, how good's that around the Father's Day thing, mate?
Yeah.
The fact that he's fucking got back into that. That's scaly.
that
going.
just sums it all up, I reckon. He's played in the fucking QRL. He's
Yeah.
coached. He's played under 2 different names in 2 different teams. And then
Won
he's
some
just
prems.
got all those bloody Reggie stats as well.
I was thinking about what we could give him as well. Do you know we're saying we can give him a jersey or whatever?
Yeah.
But they'll be available for sale. I'm thinking, like, imagine a baggy Reg. They'll be for sale as well, but we get a patch that we can sew on it for, like, whoever gets inducted into the RRLC, you know?
Well, it's
for the
got it
winner.
on there.
No, like
No,
a
like a
fucking
scaly.
life member sort of.
Oh,
patch.
yeah.
You know, if whoever wins it.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
You're the only one with the life member
Well,
hat.
mate, yeah.
That'd
But-
be awesome.
Fucking oath.
Anyway,
Mate,
all,
what a yarn.
all the best to Scarley Graham. How he's sitting there today and
Yep.
his health and
Yep.
Bloody oath.
all the best to you, mate. And well done, son. Well said. Well written.
Yeah, Scott,
Fucking
you've
oath.
nailed it there.
Great
And like I
work.
said, fucking hard to beat.
I can listen to those sort of yarns for fucking hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
I reckon he would have too. Like, imagine he would have went to his old man, started talking about it, and it would have been
Yeah.
awesome. And I don't reckon that'd be even the half of it.
Nah.
Righto, we'll get into the sport, boys.
Sounds good.
Oh, I've got a problem.
Oh, no.
You still got a beer and I don't.
Oh,
How does this happen?
Do you want me to get a bit?
Yeah, Quinn, I'll grab your beer, mate.
Quinn,
Oh, thanks.
no, I got one here.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be cold.
It is. It's in the bucket of ice. What do you think?
Oh,
I'm fucking
poor old
stupid.
Jace doesn't get set up very well over here.
Have you heard him ask for one? Ever? No, but anyway. He's on the green peas, mate. I'm going to start real quick. I've got 2 sentences, starting with the Boomers in the Basketball World Cup. We're gone. Lost to Slovenia, which is a real shame because our team on paper is not that bad.
To who?
Slovenia.
Fuck.
Yeah, we
Holy,
lost.
I don't even.
So moving on there. The Rugby World Cup, France 2023, starts this weekend. Absolute blockbuster. Home nation France take on the All Blacks to open the tournament. That'll be huge. I'd say there's a chance that these sides will meet again in the knockout stages after the groups. They should go 1-2 in the group. Thing I like about rugby is there's so many different teams that can win the World Cup. It's not like the league where it's sort of Australia, New Zealand, England. They've been the 3, and now Samoa's sort of coming into it. But you've got the Northern Hemisphere in the rugby as well. So obviously you've got Australia, usually have Australia, but not this year. You got the Kiwis and South Africa, but then you've got Wales, Ireland, England, and France, who are all Ireland are the world number 1s.
Are they?
Yeah,
Fuck.
like the 6 nations over there that they play every single year, which is between England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, France, and Italy. Italy don't ever win a game, but those other 5, it changes between them every year of who wins the 6 nations.
How good's that?
So France won it last year. They didn't lose a game. They beat all other 5 teams. And Ireland are the world number 1s. And then you obviously got the All Blacks and South Africa who have won the last 4 World Cups between them.
Yeah.
It went South Africa in 07, New Zealand back-to-back in 11 and 15, and then South Africa again in 19. So I reckon this is the year where a Northern Hemisphere team will win it. I'm going to go with Ireland or France.
Yeah, right.
Just because France are the home team, obviously the home crowd.
Who's the favourites on the punting front? Is it?
Don't know, actually. Good question. I'd say Ireland. The All Blacks would be favourites.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
go
what
out
I
and say that just because they're the All Blacks.
Yeah,
South
yeah.
Africa.
South Africa would also be there, but Ireland being world number 1, I reckon it's out of them 4. South
Yeah.
Africa, New Zealand, Ireland, France.
So you've written Aussies off?
Yeah, no way we can win.
Proper.
Yeah,
Written off.
gone. I think Eddie Jones might pull something out where we make the knockout stages, but I'd hope that we'd make the knockout stages because we've got Georgia and Portugal in our group, so we should beat them, and then it's Wales, Australia, and Fiji. And Fiji are above us on the rankings, believe it or not.
They're fucking good in the sevens.
we are just Australian rugby is in dire straits. We got Eddie Jones back, maybe he can do something, but yeah, I don't know. I give us no chance at all. Not when you go and lose to get hammered by any team that's decent. So the All Blacks pumped us, South Africa pumped us, France pumped us, and then we narrowly lost to Argentina as well. So we haven't won a game for a long time.
Oh, well, hopefully the boys can fucking pull a bit of something out,
Yeah,
eh?
we'll get around them.
I've seen a couple of 100-to-1 shots win before, eh? Done nothing for 5 starts and then
Yeah, in a horse race.
oh,
A few more games in this, but Yeah, they're no chance, but we'll still get behind them and watch them.
Bloody oath.
Fucking, you never know what could happen. Top 8 NRL is set. Finals, fixtures, venues, dates, times, all out for the finals. We touched on the AFL finals last week. We will again soon.
Yep.
But boys, I think the NRL have almost nailed the fixture. There's just one switch that I would have made. But before we get into that, quick mention about last Friday's blockbuster, Rabbitohs Roosters. Basically a final. It was a final. Winner goes through, loser goes home. First of all, what a turnaround from both sides. Rabbitohs premiership favourites after round 11 and missed the finals. Latrell has questions to answer, in my opinion. 10-week calf injury. Come on, mate. He either wasn't doing his rehab properly or having too much fun on the farm in Taree to want to come back. That's in my opinion. He got named 3 or 4 times to come back and then pulled out day before the game. So, and then the Chooks, on the other hand, gone a month ago and they've somehow scraped in. So
That was a fucking great game of footy, especially after watching Manly and the Tigers. The Tigers just need to fucking get a kick
that was
up the arse.
disgusting, wasn't
You
it?
shouldn't lose like that to another NRL side. Like, it should be a level that you fucking still
Especially your
hold.
last game. Let's show some pride, guys.
When they're lining up over the try line, passing it off for who can score,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
when you know
that's
it's
embarrassing,
That
isn't
is a
it?
joke.
Yeah.
That is embarrassing.
Anyway, that's enough of them.
But yeah, going to the next one, I just mean it was such a different comparison of the two.
Yeah.
And it was just such a good game to watch. Like, finals was a week early, like you said. And just that to and fro sort of thing, like the arm wrestle, where it even goes down to how long the kicking game is of a half, because the game's going for 5 minutes without stopping. Just watching the arm wrestle and shit, like, it was really good to
They're a
watch.
smoky, the Roosters.
Yeah.
They are a smoky.
With their firepower everywhere they are, for sure, I reckon.
I normally give Sam Walker a spray every week, but I got to say he fucking held his own.
Yeah, but they
Held his
just
own that
pumped
game.
him up
Yeah, I know.
after the game.
That's what shits me. He had a fucking good game. He was solid. Couple of arsey things, like that kick at the end's fucking as much luck as it is skill. But still, he fucking scored the try. He did well. They kept going, the defence on Sam Walker, putting a couple of stings in those tackles. The cunt couldn't bruise a grape, but he held his own in defence. Like, so
He did.
I've just got to say, I'm all about, if I give someone a spray and they prove me wrong, I'll fucking say so. So he did a good job.
Yeah, he did. But they didn't need to harp on about it the whole post show.
No,
About how good he was.
that's what I turned it off.
I'm pissed off at the Sydney crowd though, because if that's shoes on the other foot and that game's at Suncorp and it's the Broncos versus the Dolphins for a fucking spot in the finals, Suncorp sells out in minutes.
Where's a core? Like, is it a cunt to get to, a core?
I
Or
don't know, but they didn't even half fill it.
No.
It was fucking bullshit. Because I was expecting 50. I was going to settle on 50. But I was expecting like 60, 70 possibly. But I was going to settle for 50. Nah, did not get anywhere near it. I reckon 30 max was there. That was piss poor. The Raiders are gone, boys. They are gone. Corey Parker come out and said 4 games ago that they wouldn't win another game. And he was almost right, but they beat the Dogs 36-24 or something, which was something terrible. So they're gone, I reckon. I just think they're making up the numbers.
Oh, I hope you're right, mate, for Webbo's sake.
Yeah, that'd be good, eh?
Yeah.
When the Raiders beat us at Suncorp earlier in the year, didn't he get in his in the chat? He sent like a picture having a coffee the next morning with his Raiders mug saying, "Morning, boys."
I saw a stat that they're the only team maybe in the top 8 that didn't win by 13 plus once this year.
True.
So I read a fucking stat on one of the pages, but I think a lot of their wins have just been scraping in or not dominating teams anyway.
They
It'd
lost.
be good if you did an interview with Ricky. You'd love to.
Oh, Ricky.
He is a character, eh? He's funny.
God love him. I love him.
Yeah, we do too. He almost got fucking
Well,
coach
it's
of the
just fucking-
RLC, but
You disrespect him because at least he fucking tells what he thinks and that.
Yeah.
eh?
If I
He's
get a
just-
fine, I'll do it. I'll say
Yeah,
it.
but at least he says now, like, I can't say what I think because I'll get fined.
yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be
He's
easy.
been fined every third week.
Well, he's the most fined coach in history.
Yeah.
He'd be easy to buy into what he's trying to sell, eh? At a club.
If Bennett had have said everything he was thinking, it's just that he'd go,
Yeah.
Yeah. right.
To kick off the finals, Friday night, 7:50, Brisbane Broncos taking on the Melbourne Storm at Suncorp. Couldn't have worked out worse for the Bronx, I don't think. Storm, it's more than a bogey side for the Bronx now.
Yeah,
It's beyond
mate.
a joke. It's worse than a hoodoo. 14 straight losses to the Storm, dating back to 2016. That's 7 years for those of you who can't do maths. And they haven't beaten the Storm at Suncorp since 2009. Do you know how old we were in 2009?
No.
Fucking not very old. 2009 was the last time we beat the Storm at
Wow.
Suncorp, which is just a crazy stat. 14 years ago. We were
Alright.
still at school.
Put
I reckon
all
yous are
your money on
definitely-
the Broncos.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
I reckon
as well,
they've
but-
definitely got the skill to beat the Storm. I think what the thing is the completion rate. If they can complete their sets, they have the firepower to do it. It's just Storm always complete well, like 80+%. So
I think the boys have built themselves up for the year. Like, time's arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That matter. What was that?
What the fuck was that?
Motorbike.
Oh yeah.
Motorbike. Oh,
Motorbike.
Jesus.
Fucking hell, I've
It's
got a-
something new every week.
Oh,
Hey?
I've got a possum in me shed, and I thought the fucking thing followed me.
You should have heard me last week tapping the earphones because it was raining outside. It was coming through on the mic.
Yeah, I think the Bronx, they've set themselves up perfectly this year.
Yeah, they have.
Across the whole paddock.
I just wish we were playing the Warriors in the first
Don't
week.
worry
You know?
about wishing.
But
I
anyway.
think Melbourne will go loss out.
You reckon?
You reckon? Yeah, righto. I hope so. I fucking don't like the Storm, mate.
And I think there's a player that may be a star in the next month is Tony Stacks.
Oh,
I hate the cunt.
I know. That's why I said it.
Yeah, copy. Well done.
that was good.
You got to respect the fucker and how he plays and how strong he is.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't tackle.
Yeah,
Well, he
but
can, but
I
he's-
mean
You-
in attack. You know.
You watch him in this.
He is
finals
good in
series.
attack.
Mm.
Hopefully he has
That's
a good
why
go.
I said it.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you though, old boy. I will be. The Bronx are going to break it. So
Is
Heavy
Reynolds, is
favourites.
Reynolds playing?
yeah, he's been named.
And Carrigan?
Yeah, he said Renault said he'll play even if he's injured. So that's good.
Yeah, they got
Positive sign.
they got Renault there. Fucking Carrigan's playing.
Yeah.
I was interested to see that Pappenhausen returned all good, but they've still selected Nick Meaney.
Yeah, and
at
they put
fullback.
Pappy on the bench.
Yeah, Pappy's at 17, which
Well, I thought it was crazy that they brought him back. I would have just said, mate, we'll see you next year. It's too like I know he's an X factor player.
That's dangerous for the Broncos.
Yeah,
If
very.
it's a close game and a bit of tired legs, he
Because
comes
we've
on.
only got Smoothie to come on and play that role.
Everyone loves a smoothie.
I know that he does his job well, but he's not an X factor.
the old mixed fruits in 14.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm one-eyed and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
Well,
same.
mate, that's pretty. Those odds, like, I'll probably
they
tip.
paying?
Dollars. I think about
$1.60.
$1.62 the Bronx and $2.31 the Storm. And for me, I'm like, I think I'm going to tip the Broncos. But if you're looking for value, that's fucking value in the Storm.
Well,
Well, you're going to back the Storm.
No, I'm going
I
to
was going
tip
to
the
take
Bronx.
your money, that's all.
I'm going to tip the Bronx, but I reckon that should be closer. I reckon.
Yeah, you're right.
Those
What start
odds.
they
just
give?
because of the record too.
What
Yeah.
start? Lots of line there on that.
Let
It
me
wouldn't
have a
be
look.
much. It'd be
Six
six,
and a half.
6.5. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I'll have a look.
But yeah, sneak peek for the all in later. I've got
Mm.
something to do with Brisbane.
Here
Just
you go.
Yeah, actually, they've got fucking Storm plus 3.5. So
three. Is
three
that
and a
it?
half.
Oh,
they've
that's
got.
fucking not many, is it? You may as well just go the 2:30 if you go on the Storm.
Yeah, that's right.
Saturday afternoon. Now, here's where I would have changed it. I would have reversed the fixtures. So, 4:05, you got Penrith versus the Warriors, obviously at Bluebet
Yeah.
in Penrith. And Saturday night at 7:50, it's the Sharks versus the Roosters at PointsBet Stadium in the Shire. I just would have flipped them around.
Yeah, me too.
And had Penrith play in the primetime game. But it is Saturday, so you're going to watch it either way.
Fucking oath.
And I think that's good for the fans because afternoon footy's the go. Unless you're in Brizzy, I reckon the Brizzy Friday night game is fucking perfect.
What's the record, the Bros and Panthers? It's
I'm
pretty
not
tight,
sure.
isn't it?
I'm not sure, mate. I don't know. I haven't
I'm not
looked
trying
into
to
it.
put any doubt into your team here, but
Nah.
I'm going the Bros.
It won't matter. It won't
Mate,
matter.
it'll-
They're too fucking good.
It'll be a
Yeah,
fucking.
counts.
I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Madden seems.
Johnson playing?
Yeah. All those boys.
How
got
about,
rested last week.
I'll tell you who was impressive against the Cowboys was Cogger.
Yeah.
He set up
Yeah.
the first three.
Yeah.
Cleary sort of took a back seat, then he took over later, but Cogger setting up a few early was good signs for him, unfortunately. So, yeah, I would have probably reversed those, but Arvo footy in Penrith, that'll be prime for the crowd and that. It's safe to say that there'll be 4 sellouts this weekend.
Yeah.
Brisbane, Penrith,
Yep.
Sharks at the Shire, and Newcastle will
Yep.
definitely be sold
Mate,
out.
that
So, how good's
that
Very
atmosphere at McDonald Jones for that will be fucking game of the
Yeah.
round atmosphere crowd wise.
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
and that's the one that the 2 fixtures they've nailed is Bronx Friday night and then Sunday Arve at Newey.
that
They've
is
nailed that.
that is great.
Perfect.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that place will be
And
fucking
what are we
rocking.
thinking about Newey? What are we thinking?
I think
They
they'll.
got to the crest? Or?
I'm hoping they haven't peaked because
I
they've won
reckon-
7 in a row, 8 in a row, whatever. So you've got to have a shit game eventually.
I reckon I'm wiping 3 out that have no hope. That's Sharks, Roosters, and Raiders. I reckon the fucking Knights for me have the momentum and might push a bit further than what people think.
Yeah.
And then I think it's Broncos, fucking Panthers.
If there's-
are
yeah.
the 2 hard hitters.
If there's one team from the bottom 4 that's going to make the prelim, it'll be Newcastle.
I think so. Just with the build up they've got and the
Momentum.
belief.
Well, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I think the top 4 games, so the Bronx Melbourne and the Penrith Warriors, there's only one team from New South Wales in there. Everyone's spread around, so those first 2 games are massive because whoever wins them gets the home prelim. Like imagine the Warriors knock Penrith off and they got a prelim in New Zealand.
Yeah, mate.
Massive.
That'd be fucking huge. for 'em.
Massive. And then obviously Melbourne, you got to go to Melbourne, Brisbane up at Suncorp, and Penrith at Bluebet are fucking pretty solid. So big implications. It's not like there's going to be a prelim at a core or something, you know.
No.
Yeah. So
Oh, and well done, the Penrith minor premiers once again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they fucking. It's pretty impressive,
boys
mate.
are-
What they've done.
How
Eh?
many years is that? 3 or 4?
2 in a row for the minor, but this is
3
they're
out.
going for the 3-peat for the premiership.
Yeah, which is fucking pretty wild.
That is wild, eh? That hasn't happened for fucking decades. Not even close.
I wonder if Gus has got the same 5-year plan at the Dogs.
I hope so. You might have to extend it. You might have to extend it.
Mate.
Well, it didn't work in 5 for yous either.
Nah, his 5-year plan took fucking about 12 years, but
Yeah.
it's fucking come off.
It's
though.
working
plan.
now. Yeah. So should we fucking throw a few predictions out there or some tips or what?
Yeah, we should do the tips. I haven't put them in yet, so I'll do
Yeah.
them as we're fucking.
Well, I think we're going to go Brisbane. Or I am with the old boys.
yeah, I'm gonna go them. I think
Yeah.
so. Being at Suncorp and having Reno back and everything, I think they'll break the voodoo.
Yeah.
Close game though. I reckon fucking 4 points.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Righto. Well, yeah, I'm obviously going to go the Bronx as well. Hopefully we can break it. I'll just keep going back to 2013 when Hawthorn won the premiership. We had a hoodoo against Geelong. Hadn't beat them for 13 or 12 games or something, and we beat them in the prelim to make the granny, and we won the final. So hopefully it's the same sort of vibes.
The only thing with that is there is 100% that little thing in their heads. They can say about it
Yeah.
all they want. It doesn't matter, boys. Don't think about it. There's that little hoodoo thing. Every commentator going 26
Yeah.
out of 27 times. So hopefully they can fucking
think-
just.
It helps that most of the blokes playing weren't part of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they have
That'll be right.
they've been a part of the last couple of games, but they haven't been a part of the streak.
Mate,
know
I
what
reckon
I mean?
the Adam Reynolds signing is the best signing that I've seen happen in
Yeah.
fucking, I reckon,
Yeah.
well, pretty much ever. There's probably others like that, but for the last few years anyway, that has just absolutely done wonders.
Didn't the
hasn't it?
Rabbits just shit the bed letting him go?
I'm confident, boys.
Yeah,
I am
There you go. Keto's confident.
load him up.
Yeah.
The more you, the
Oh,
more
yeah.
ya.
I'm
More,
all
the more.
Saturday Ave, Penrith Warriors, Blue Bet. I've got to go Penrith.
Yeah,
I
me
just
too.
think the Wars are one of those teams where they got the X factor everywhere, so they could do anything, but
Yeah.
you got to stick with Penrith until
What's
they
the
lose.
line?
Fucking not
If the
sure.
Wars are getting 12.5, 14.5, oof,
The line,
what do you
Sure.
reckon more?
nah, less.
I'm just asking.
I reckon it'll be about 10. I'll have a look.
It's hard. It's Tuesday, by the way, guys.
12 and a half.
Oh, what did I say?
Yeah, he's all over it. I'll
yeah,
keep that.
I wonder if he looked.
He did.
What are you going,
He's the
Keto?
only one without his phone, and he's
So what are you going, the Warriors or what?
No,
Oh, okay. So you're all talk.
Yep.
But
Fucking this next one, man, is
It's tough,
is
eh?
a very hard one to tip for me. Sharks haven't been like they haven't blown you away like we sort of thought at the start of the year, that they do.
Every time they play a good side, they lose.
It's like they're coming from one end to the other. Like the Sharks are sort of coming down, the Roosters are coming up, and they're meeting in the middle. Like it's
what's
a
the
fucking
Sharks lineup look like?
yeah. I think
They're
They're all
pretty-
playing.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
pretty stacked.
the second half that they put on against the Raiders pushed me towards the Sharks.
Yeah.
But
I'm
when
going to
do
go
you ever-
Sharks, but I'm not confident.
when
at
do you
all.
ever get 4? Because obviously I'm not going to tip the Raiders in the next one. When do you ever get 4 games of a final series that go exactly to the favourite team every time at home
Nah.
and shit, you know? So I feel like if there's going to be an upset, it will be the Chooks.
Yep.
So you go on the Chooks?
I might actually.
Yeah.
What if Dad says he goes to Chooks coming in?
Well, I'll go the Sharks. We've
I
been
knew
down
he
this
would.
road.
Back black.
Remember at the
comes up
start
red.
of the season when you couldn't tip water out of a bucket and you were fucking. I went up and seen him in Bowen, and I said, "What are you going here?" And I had, was it the Rabbits? It was some team. I said,
Oh, yeah.
"Who have you tipped?" And you told me, and I switched, and they fucking lost. And they
Switched his
lost.
bet right at the kickoff.
Yeah, because I asked if you tipped them, and
Yeah, I was on that bloody 10 losing streak then.
yeah.
Fuck you. How's punting, eh? You
Yeah.
just get into that rut, and then next minute you're on top of the world.
You were looking for.
I haven't got there yet, but
It's funny how you
Yeah, we were
just,
missing you this week, mate.
it's funny how you just lose and gain confidence too. Like
Yeah.
you can, if you're confident on a day backing a few horses or whatever, you can look at a race and you go, righto, this is going to happen. This thing's going to do this, and look like you could do anything. And then days where you can't tip fuck all, you look at it and go, I don't know what's going to win.
Yeah. You're just in the
Anything can
zone.
win this.
Another win.
You're in the zone.
Yeah.
No, I'm going Sharks. So you say you're Roosters?
I'm going to go the Chooks.
so I'm going Chooks.
Yep.
Righto.
And then
And
this one, man, I just reckon fucking awesome for anyone who got a seat at McDonald Jones on Sunday, because that will be like a GF,
Yep.
that game.
That'll be huge. We're all,
yeah.
I'm assuming we're all going to tip the Knights.
Yeah.
Sunday, that'll be awesome. I can't wait to watch that game.
I just want the Knights to win just
Because of
they need-
Webbo, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that too.
Just to stay in,
No,
yeah.
no, they've gone up the mountain.
They deserve
Eight,
to win.
9 weeks, they deserve to win.
Yeah.
And that town, that city, wow, it would be pumping.
Yeah.
100%, man. It's fucking
I know
unreal.
that city because I got stuck there fucking 13 weeks through COVID.
But
Yeah.
you can sort of relate to them though, because that's like an industrial town as well down there.
Yeah.
Like they're like us, like our sort of people. You know, dad kissing versions of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fucking I'm pumped for that too. I won't be able to watch much footy on the weekend because I'll be fucking at the UFC and shit in Sydney. But I'll definitely be keeping an eye on the score whenever I can.
Is it Sunday? Same as usual?
Sunday
the UFC?
kicks off in the morning, mate. All the early prelims to get that American audience on the
Yeah.
pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But piss is on at
Yeah.
7:30. She's the VIP experience on the piss, just fucking sooling into it. So
When are you flying home? Wednesday?
Monday.
That's why I said Wednesday.
Mm.
This is on at 7:30 on Sunday.
Yeah,
so
that's
she'll be
why are
on.
you flying home Monday?
Oh, we got shit to do, mate.
Why didn't you do it? Because you're going tomorrow, so why didn't you fucking do that in reverse?
Oh, mate, we got yarns to spin.
Yeah. Fuck.
Big job, bro.
They can fucking wait.
Mate, we even pre-recorded one for Tuesday, but we've got a yarn booked in.
Yeah.
Righto. Looking forward to it. Can't
Yeah.
wait for the finals. Fucking, she's going to be a blockbuster Friday. Finished off with a blockbuster Sunday Arb, so
How good's finals?
get
footy?
around it.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Now, the AFL touched on a bit last week, but let me just fucking reiterate this again. These two qualifying finals between the top 4 sides is so big. I can't stress that enough. Collingwood, Melbourne, winner gets a home prelim and a week off. Loser either has to go through Port or Brisbane in a prelim if they want to make the granny. You got to go to Adelaide or Brisbane. You don't want to be doing that rather than have a fucking home prelim at the G. Same on the other side, Port and Brisbane. Whoever wins that this weekend, one gets a home prelim, the other one has to go to the MCG 2 weeks in a row if they want to play in a grand final.
Yep.
Just massive, so big. You couldn't write a better script, I reckon.
That's
for
good,
the sides that are playing each other, you couldn't fucking write it better. You can tell how fucking excited I get.
Oh, well, it's
For the-
fucking good, mate.
For
How
the
good's
possibilities that could, just for the could happens, I
Yeah.
get so
Just
excited.
hurry up and start talking about me Lions, will you?
Yeah, so Thursday night, so when this drops on Thursday, it'll be tonight. Collingwood, Melbourne, sold out at the G. Massive. And then you've got, actually, I don't know the order of this. I know the Lions play Saturday night, though.
Collingwood, Melbourne.
Collingwood, Melbourne is it Thursday night at
Come
the
on.
G. So
Come
I
on.
reckon they've fucked that up. Why
Demons.
Thursday?
So, yeah,
Oh, Eddie
Thursday,
Maguire.
Collingwood, Melbourne, then Friday, Carlton.
Carlton at the G. There's 3 games at the
Have you
G.
got the AFL app now?
It's just on the tipping
You
thing.
are moving forward.
Yeah, so there's 3 out of 4 games are at the MCG,
Yep.
Yeah, right.
which is awesome because you got St Kilda got a home final, Carlton have got a home final, and Collingwood have got a home final.
Yeah,
Can you
right.
imagine how many fucking pies that'd be?
Oh,
Eh?
imagine how many pies and beers they're going to sell because there'll be 90.
We'll get some numbers on that.
No.
So what? How many? So how many going in? How many can they fit there? MCG.
Well, who knows? Because they get
Changes.
100,000 to a grand final, but then they sell out and there's 92 there.
Well, how many
So-
out of 92,000 you reckon are donning a mullet and a missing tooth?
Oh, Collingwood, fuck yeah. the other 90,000 of them are in Richmond. But nah, that'll be a massive, huge night. I think they probably should have had it on the Friday, that game, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter there because people are going to go.
Who wins at Gropes?
Oh, they both got riddled with injuries, eh? I'm going to go Melbourne just on form because they've had better form. Collingwood lost, I think, 4 out of their last 6.
It looks
Still
like
got the minor premiership.
Collingwood are just the favourites.
I'm
Yeah.
going Melbourne because I hate Eddie Maguire.
Yeah, fair enough. Lots of people hate old Eddie. Done a lot for the game, though. I learnt when I went down to Melbourne and caught up with that Craig, a listener. He said Eddie Maguire had the monopoly on the tickets, and it's the last year. He signed a 25-year deal that Collingwood members get first crack at tickets at any game at the MCG.
Of course he did.
Whether it's a home or away for the Collingwood, Collingwood members get first crack at the tickets no matter what, before any other members or general public. And it's
Jeez.
the last year of the 25-year deal this year. What a fucking deal.
Yeah.
That's who you want as your president. Anyway, the Carlton game. They're same as the NRL, Tom, with the Knights.
Yep.
Carlton, to me, are the only side in the bottom 4 that can
Oh, yeah.
make a prelim,
Yep.
I reckon. They're going to obviously have to win 4 in a row if they want to win the flag, but they're the only side. I reckon the other 3 are just making up the numbers. You
Go
got,
on the Blues.
yeah,
When you say flag, sorry for me ignorance or
Premiership.
whatever.
Winning the
Like, yeah, I
premiership.
know that, but is there a fucking flag?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
The first game of the following season, your first home game of the following season, you set the flag
Yeah,
up.
prime. No,
that
I was
says-
just asking about the
That
fucking...
says Premiers to 2023.
Yeah, nice. Because I've heard it mentioned before, but I've never just pulled some cunt up mid-yarn and be like, what the
Where
fuck?
the fuck's your flag?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but
I don't know
sweet.
about so all the supporters, if they do win this week, they're going to be up and about. 'Cause
Who do
they-
you reckon Jason Pedro going for?
Well, Jace is a Geelong supporter.
I know, but they're not
Pedro's Carlton. They've gone away the whole month of September,
I know.
and they've got Broncos and Carlton playing. Like they're not going to get away from the telly.
Yeah,
Over in the UK.
they'll be able to pull a few nighters, a few all-nighters.
No,
over there.
well, it works out. So I lived over there for a bit, Tom.
Mm.
And if the 7:50 game at night will be like 10:50 in the morning.
Oh,
over
prime.
there, or 11 a.m. in
Ready
the
to
morning.
crack a beer.
It's perfect. Me and Jacko did it several times in
that's
Austria.
awesome.
Oh, do you want to go snowboard? Oh, the Bronx are on. So
Yeah.
get the fucking stream up and have some beers in the morning and whatever.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm going Carlton there, most definitely.
Yeah, I think Carlton will win that.
Yep.
For sure.
Paying
Playing,
$1.50 odd.
paying Sydney, who shouldn't even be there. Fucking the Crows should be there, Tom.
Eh.
And then the game that I'm probably not going to watch, the Saints and GWS.
No good, mate.
Oh, just, I don't know.
When the Saints
I don't really
go
care about
marching
either
in.
side. I just probably not going to
When
watch
the
it.
Saints go marching.
I went and watched the Saints last weekend.
That's
and
why you're going to watch this one. Who you going
I think St Kilda will win.
for? Yeah, cool.
Oh, do I? Fuck. Maybe I don't think they will actually.
Yeah, the underdogs.
I think GWS will beat them.
You're going to go against your father here.
Yeah, we just went over this.
Yeah, but the tide has turned.
So you're on the Saints, Keato.
Yep.
Yep.
Right, I'm going to go GWS for the upset. Did we say who we're going in the Brisbane Port? Obviously, you're going on the Lions.
Oh,
Dad.
Kingy versus Keato here.
Yeah.
Kingy versus Keato.
Yep.
And massive implications for the winner, loser. I'm going to go Brisbane. 11-0 at home this year. Have not lost at home.
That's fucking impressive.
11-0. If they play their cards right, obviously, they get 2 more home games, including this one. And then
Have
they've
choked.
Oh,
Before.
the Brizzy fucking Foo Fighters.
When's the last time
The
they won a
Pretenders.
flag, Keato?
03, mate.
Yeah, 03.
Yeah, 03. That was when they did the 3 in a row.
Yeah, right.
Lee Matthews.
When
Michael
Vossi.
Voss.
Yeah, fuck, that was a good side. Oh, that was a good
Can you
side.
still name them?
I could name quite a few.
Good, yeah.
But yeah.
Off you go.
I'll tell you a big player. I hope he's playing. Joe Danaher.
Yeah.
He needs to
Big as
play.
in the size of him.
No, but if he turns up this week, we will murder him.
Did you see the goal he missed last weekend?
No, I was out mustering.
From the top of the square. No shit, it was one of the worst
I
misses
did
you'll
see
ever see.
yes. Yeah.
From the top of the goal square,
Yeah.
he sprayed it and hit the post.
So what, one of those blokes you reckon when he's on, he just makes a big difference?
Big difference.
Yeah.
He can kick him from 60.
Yep.
And yeah, if he does turn up, it will be game over, I reckon. But he just doesn't turn up.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Hopefully he does. I'm quietly rooting for the Lions because you don't want to see them not make another grand final, you know? Like they've been in the top 4 now
Yeah.
for a few years. You don't want to see them bow out again before the grand final. I think they deserve to make one. And the time's running out.
Yep.
So
Agreed.
go on. So yeah, Melbourne, Collingwood going out in straight sets would be ideal. And then, yeah, Brisbane, probably GWS and Carlton for me.
Yeah, good stuff.
Anyway, should
Yeah,
we do this? No, go.
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I was just going to say, like we said before, heading down to the UFC, a lot of Aussies fighting on the card. Probably like for Americans and stuff like that, it probably wouldn't get them up and about as much because there isn't as many huge names on there. But a lot of lads that we watched fight when we were in Perth that we get to watch again now, see how they've improved and that. Like I said, a lot of Aussies fighting. I'm all about fucking supporting the Aussies and Kiwi lads having a crack. So, yeah, keen as fuck, mate. And,
Well,
be a few
Adesanya
big
should
fights.
draw a few names.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
A few viewers.
And that's Sean Strickland will win the press conference. That cunt's just fucking off tap.
Yeah.
So I'll be tuning into that. And but yeah, I'm very excited to be able to give you a recap next week on how it all went.
Yep.
And that's what I'll be going on when we get to the punting segment. I reckon I'm all over it this week.
Yeah, really? Declaring it.
Oh,
Oh, we do
I'm
need
on
a
fire.
lift. I tell you, once we get there, I will talk about it more.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Poor old Barbary was fucking stiffer than a porn star's cock
We
last
put him at
week.
the top of the mountain and he fell off.
Mate, wait till you hear where he's run, or you'll know, but I'll just mention where he's run and what's ended up happening. And so fucking unlucky.
Yeah.
He almost soared above the clouds, but
Yeah.
not quite. Dad, you got one of these. It's time for Squeeze of the Week. Brought to you by the Standard Squeeze. Now, this thing here, one of the best things getting around. Think of your 2-stroke oil bottle, guys. You measure your standard drinks, 1 squeeze of a bottle. These are perfect for you, actually, because I know how heavy your paw gets after you've had a few.
As does every Reggie.
Yeah.
Which can get dangerous.
Yes.
And we mention every week that they're great in the golf bag and they're great to take away and camping and fishing, but they're just great to have at home, eh, Tom?
Great to take to the turf club, Keita.
Yes.
You take one of
perfect.
them to the fucking turf club, you'll be thrown out.
I mean, when you're doing maintenance, you fucking go.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking bowl and cup. You're going to take all the profits off us, all your piss drinking.
No, mate, no.
No,
But you can take an empty
you
one
could
of
put
them.
one of these in the back of the buggy, and then when you're going around taking the barriers over, because that takes a while.
Yeah.
That thing doesn't move quick.
I have videoed that for you.
No, they're great.
Yeah,
So
it's brilliant.
jump on standardsqueeze.com, use the code Reggie15, check out their other stuff. You got all your different sizes of these, which are just your single shot, double shot, 100ml chamber, all your other stuff, snapbacks. Give them some love on the socials too, Instagram, TikToks, Facebooks, all of it. Jump on. Now, I've got one nomination. I actually got 2, possibly. I was going to just go the whole West Tigers organisation for
Well,
that
I just
fucking...
want to square up here. I do have one of these
Yeah, I know you do.
at the Turf Club.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but hustler mowers, I need to talk to them. That it doesn't fit in the slot.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So
you've
it's a
got to
hustler
actually-
mower's fault,
Well,
not
unless
the
we-
standard squeeze.
Unless we talk the standard squeeze, see if they can make it to fit in.
We'll have to fucking see if it does.
Doesn't sit in the mower.
I reckon it
That's
will.
gold.
Anyway, we'll work on that.
Yeah, so West Tigers' whole organisation, just for the performance they put out on fucking, was it Friday?
Yep.
Against Manly. Or the Sydney, that's the people of Sydney for getting 30,000 to biggest game of the year, Roosters, Rabbitohs. Oh, it's the biggest rivalry in rugby league, and then no one turns up.
Yeah, that's
So,
pretty shit.
they're my two noms. I don't know if anyone else has got one.
Mate, I didn't have anything that stuck to mind. I got a ripper captain of the week, but
Yeah. Oh, well, can we share it? The Tigers can have it, and the people of Sydney.
yeah, all of yous.
Maybe they're getting ready for this weekend.
I
They're all
just dead
going to
set
the
reckon
final.
Tigers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tigers. That, like we said before, that was just like they just didn't fucking want to be there, eh?
When they're, like we said, when they're running along the dead ball line, waiting to hand it off to the next bloke so everyone gets on the score sheet.
Well, there's some great men,
That's fucked.
from both departments, when it used to be Balmain and like Laurie Nichols. And Tommy Redon.
Blocker.
Blocker. Have a look at these guys. What would they be thinking?
Oh,
Yeah. Who are
hating
some of your favourite players, Keato, from back in that time watching NRL and stuff? Who are your sort of players that stuck out to you?
Garen fucking tell you it wasn't Benny Elias.
Yeah.
I think every Queenslander would probably say that.
yeah.
Well, when
Bobby Lindner was a champion to me.
Yeah.
Yep. He was a brilliant, brilliant footballer. And of course the King.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And when I was thinking about it driving in there today, with Ryan, I'm thinking, I bet he's going to ask me, who do you reckon's the best footballer you've ever seen?
Yeah,
And if you want to ask that question, it's pretty simple. JT.
yeah.
yeah. Yes, well, that's we
I
think
fucking-
that as well.
mate,
When
I
you
love-
go back through all the eras, like that the game has changed so many times.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Everything's changed,
How it's
but-
played and everything.
And I've always said, it doesn't take one man to change a game. It's not all about one man, but yeah, that one man was a freak.
Yeah.
Mate, and that's what I say. Like, obviously, New South Welshmen and even Queenslanders and that, like, say Joey's the best or whatever. But I don't remember Joey enough to comment on it.
Yep.
But all I know is in my fucking life, JT was the fucking man for me. I just growing up watching him win and never fucking give up.
Never
and
give
just, I don't know.
He
I
would
love
do like 4 or 5 freak things that you see once a season, every game, and it was fucked.
Just show up. What about
Yeah.
coming for Queensland with a fuck shoulder
Oh,
and kicking the goal to
The 2017 game.
just that,
Fuck.
just that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, I just had to mention Benny Elias too.
yeah.
Grub.
Fuck him.
Fucking grub. Still
Fair
a grub.
enough.
Yeah,
He will not
fuck
be
him.
getting captain of the week. And look, so we'll move on to that captain of the week now. CTC. They're the legends who have hooked us up with these fucking caps and have done a great job at it. So shout out to them for getting around us. And that's what we say. Get around the people that get around us. So CTC, head to thecountrycompanies.com for all the awesome designs that Knuckles and the team have got ready to rumble. And head to countrytruckercaps.com to design your own. Whatever the fuck you want on a hat, you can design it, order it, whatever. It's a fucking great setup. So hook into that.
Yep.
And for the captain, for me, I am thinking someone put in the RRLC page, Gropes.
I saw this.
What's his name? Like
Raheem Cornwall.
Yeah, the big fella has knocked up a fucking 100, 12 sixes, 4 fours, and 10 singles, and he's 102 before apparently being retired exhausted. So, and this bloke would be 130 plus.
He is a big boy.
like big.
That was off
boy.
48 rocks too.
Yeah,
102
that's-
not out of
And
48.
look at that, getting into dog's eyes regularly by the looks, and fucking pumping 100 out in a great level of cricket too. That's a Reggie.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, like
It is a good level. Yeah,
it's,
yeah, yeah.
It's not a fucking.
It's a
like-
Reggie level of
What league is
professional
this?
cricket.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
like he's done this on
Yeah,
the.
he's played
the-
Test cricket.
Yeah,
He's played Test cricket for the West Indies, which is astonishing to me.
yeah.
But yeah, no, 100%.
That's him there, Keato.
He's retired, exhausted. I don't know if that's true. I reckon that's a
Looks like
G
it.
up, but we'll run with it.
Yeah, we'll run with it. It was written online.
Is it
so
in
it's
some?
true.
It'd be in like the bar.
Looks like he ran on the wrong
It was on
field.
ABC Sport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be in one of the T20 comps around the world.
Anyway, I just love seeing that sort of shit, you know? The big
Yeah.
fella just pumping a few
Oh
bears.
yeah.
Is that an NFL hat he's wearing, not a cricket hat?
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? I think that's a T20 sort of stuff that the...
Is he
Ran
an
on the wrong field.
offensive lineman?
Anyway, he got the job done.
Yeah,
didn't
fucking
he ever?
oath. So that's captain of the week for me, I reckon.
Yeah, fucking oath.
And
There's
yeah, go get around CTC, support the legends who support us.
Yep. Righto. I hope you followed the Reggies in last week, listeners, because we were a one-stop print shop for printing money. The more ya.
Fuck
I'll
yeah.
run through a few bets here that you are not going to feature in this.
The week,
The 1 week.
the 1 week out of the last 7.
Oh, I know. You have been going well, and the Reggies appreciate it. Don't you worry about that.
That's right. I'll sit back.
Pedro picks Friday, 3-leg try-scoring multi, paying 10-1. Thank you, even though Cherry Evans could have absolutely fucked us.
Oh.
He was running along the dead ball line.
Yep.
And he handed it off to Jake Turojevic because it
Yeah.
was his 200th game, and he was the last fucking leg.
I was about to send an email to Bluebet going, you got to pay it.
You got to pay it, yeah. But he ended up scoring anyway, so it didn't
Yeah.
matter. But fuck, imagine that.
Oh, it was scenes. It's fucking scenes.
And then Rockets Ruffy, race 4 Randwick. He tipped it when it was around $7 or $8. But if you waited until the race, you got 11-1. Bang! That thing is earmarked for me for some big races. Cox
Won
Plate,
well.
Caulfield Cups. It's from Europe, so it's a European import, and that was first run in Australia. It done work early to get in the first 2 or 3 runners, and then still kicked away and pissed in by
Yeah.
3 or 4 lengths.
It's one of those things that old Gay Waterhouse doesn't really fuck around with the
Yeah.
mules, does she?
She loves them leading too, and that was awesome.
It-
I
it-
only just got that on.
It fucking ran well, like one well too.
Yeah, 3 or 4 lengths.
We were cheering 100 out going,
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Rocket knows where to look to, which stable.
Yeah,
yeah, he loves
He
He's
goes
quite-
there all the time.
he's quite gay.
Yeah, he is. Loves
Oh,
it.
don't go there.
Um,
I brought
and
this
then-
up last week on a bit of a chat, and Barbary jumped in and I said, I wouldn't take him on. Oh, Barb shit himself. I didn't mean that.
I wouldn't either.
Neither.
Then in the Concord, $1 million race at Randwick, I've retired Nature Strip and Eduardo, boys. I'll quote myself from last week when I said, how
That
the
was a great
fuck,
spiel.
how is Nature Strip, who is 9 years old, and Eduardo, who is 10 years old, how are they the 2 favourites in this market? Remark's 5-year-old, about to hit his prime. He was paying $9 and $2.70 a place when I tipped it, but it come right in because there was scratchings, and also punters must
The
have
weight
woke.
of money from the red.
Punters must have woken the fuck up, and lo and behold, Nature Strip and Eduardo looked like they were too old, and they both retired after the race. No shit, Nature Strip retired after the race. Now, not only did Remark win, but Barb's tipped in secret to run a race. 1,000 metres was always going to be the question with it. Is it too short or just enough? It was the former. Barb's will eventually learn one day. But we Quinella'd the race, which I definitely had a bet on as well, on the Quinella. So here's what I'm thinking. Although we didn't say, here's the Quinella for this race, I tipped Remark. Barb's tipped fucking in secret. That's a bet, in my opinion.
Chuck a little something on it.
I'm claiming it, put it that way,
Oh, right.
for the ROI coming up.
Copy that.
And then, this is where it hurt. The Memsey, the Group 1 at Caulfield. Could not have been a worse result. I tip Alligator Blood each way, runs 4th. Barb's tips the Quinella with Mr. Brightside and I Wish I Win, and they run 1st and 3rd. So between us, we ran 1st, 3rd, and 4th and got nothing.
Yeah, you're all around it without getting in it. You need a bit of hair.
How do you run? So we won and lost. So if you, the saying is gone.
The saying's fucked.
Yep.
We won the race, 1st, 3rd, and 4th, and got nothing. So I think I had the trifecta on, so missed that. I had the Quinella of his on, and I had the blood each way.
Yeah.
So I got nothing. What a joke.
I had the blood to win and Barb's Quinella just to support the boys, and just fucked me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm just joking.
I can't wait. Barbs is coming on in a week and a half, 2 weeks' time, and it's going to be awesome because he's going to be able to tell you, someone who dabbles in punting but thinks that everything should win, he'll be able to tell you what has to go into a race for it to win and how much has to go right for a horse to win. But anyway.
Right down to the grain.
Fucking
Anyway.
oath, I'm keen.
Well, that's
But there's more. There's fucking more.
Well, please continue.
The all in. Roosters. Bang. Remark the place. Bang. Liverpool. Jace at the ground to witness it. Bang. $8 all in multi. Thanks for coming, Bluebird. It's been a pleasure. Now, I did a bit of math. If you put everything on, including the Quinellas that we won, the Quinellas that we lost, the everything. If you listen to me when I said, hey, I've tipped Remark to place in the all in, but put some money on the nose. If you did all these things, 400% return on investment for the weekend. Thank you.
That's fucking not bad.
You're
at all.
not fucking arguing about that.
no.
So well done.
Lucky I didn't fire up.
Well, the best thing, like we said, Keato, is between all of us, we've got a pretty good strike rate of at least pulling a couple off between all of us. You know, it's a pretty rare week if we just go fucking.
Every week we do
Boys.
something.
Boys, there's people out there that they sell their tips. There's punters that buy tips, right?
Yeah.
All right, here's 4 races and they give you fucking 5 in a fucking race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
5 numbers in one race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they pay for this. Have a look at if the followers and the listeners just go through and just stick with us.
Yeah.
We do have bad weeks.
Yeah.
Now and again.
But we never have a week where we win nothing.
No,
We
someone
might
does.
have a.
Someone does. It's always
might
the old
have a-
boys. Old boys always keep floating.
That is true.
You're fucking going well.
Always keep floating.
You had 2 10-to-1s last week. And you were on the right path too with your tip because Emissary won that race last year. And I rang Barbs and I said to him, I was like, why the fuck has Dad tipped this? I said, it ran a place in the Melbourne Cup last year. This is 1,700 metres. It wants double that distance. And Barbs goes, nah, those stayers, which stayers mean longer races, those stayers, they sprint well fresh. And they can find a turn of foot fresh, which is exactly what happened with the winner. Because the winner ran Caulfield Cups and Melbourne Cups last year, and it came from the fucking clouds, man, and just peeled through the middle and sprinted fresh over 1,700. So,
I didn't see it. I was
No.
up to Calloyd.
yeah, I know.
Check the results.
It's
Next
all good.
day, Went,
It's all good. We got something.
we got
So
heat.
that's just what we did last week. So surely the download numbers have fucking doubled this week for the punt segment this week. But we'll go again. Bluebet all in multi coming fucking off an $8 win. I'll go first, and I'm going to go to Friday night. Bronx versus the Storm. The Bronx are breaking the hoodoo here.
Oh.
We've come this far this season not to lose the fucking first final. I'll tell you that much. Broncos head to head, you're getting $1.62 or whatever we said before.
Yep.
That's enough for me. I think that's excellent value.
Righto, mate. Now, like I said, I'm going to UFC, like Jace was, watching the game live to see the bet come off. I think it'd be mad for me not to have a fucking stab while I'm there. Like I was saying to you before, I think I'm close enough to nearly get sprayed with fucking blood, and I hope it happens. So, for the all-in, Tai Tuivasa, right? He has beaten blokes as an underdog fucking many times. Derek Lewis, for one. He's an underdog paying like $2.80 to win. He's at home in Sydney, coming off a couple of losses, fucking hungry for a win. He wins. And it's going to pay about $2.80, and that's my leg for the fucking all.
$2.80, that's not knockout or anything. That's just head to head.
that is just head to head.
That's
I
big
think
odds.
That's awesome, eh?
Well, I just think it shouldn't be like that. It's like the
He's
bloke
at home.
Yeah, the bloke he's fighting, he's a good fighter, but it's not like he's like anything crazy. So I just think that's value there, and I think the big fella lifts and gets a knockout. But I'm just going to stick with $2.80 on Blue Bet right now.
Yeah, that's too
win.
good to not do just head to head.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
the Sydney thing is the main thing at home. Like
Yeah.
fucking, it
He
just
fought in Perth, didn't he?
yeah.
but it's-
no, he didn't fight in Perth.
No, okay.
No.
Because even if he did, like, being in Sydney is just a whole different ball game because that's where he grew up.
That's his whole
That's his
fucking
home.
thing, man. His
Yeah.
family, everything's going to be there. That lifts the bloke as it is. So
Imagine how
that's-
many from Western Sydney are going.
Oh, mate, that's what I mean. He's fucking winning.
Yeah. What a weekend in Sydney. Well, it's probably a good
Is
thing
the
that
card out yet?
Yeah, it is out.
And whereabouts is he in the card?
He's co-main event, so he's before the last fight, second last
Adesanya,
fight.
yeah.
You'll be late. You'll be drunk then.
Well, hopefully.
Fucking hell.
7:30.
Surely you
And
just
it's
stay
4
up.
days leading up to it.
Yeah, he leaves tomorrow. This thing's on Sunday.
Yeah.
We've got a few yarns
That's
booked
why I said you wouldn't get back till Wednesday.
Yeah. But no, mate, that's my leg anyway. I just fucking reckon that's great value there.
Yeah. Well, perfect. Righto. We're going to hear from the red man, Jace, coming
Let's
off. He's been at Anfield.
least
Saw
it
the
can't be
Reds
Kerr
play.
now. Can't
Hey?
be Kerr now.
Yeah. Come on, Red. Hopefully he didn't go to the Bronx.
G'day, Reggies. Calling to you right now from Edinburgh in Scotland. It's about 2 in the morning and I am fucking blind drunk. Just came back from Liverpool yesterday after a stunning victory against Aston Villa. 3-0 to get the all-in home.
Nice.
And for me boys, the Reds, unreal experience. The crowd was just fucking something else. Sure, you hear all about it from Pedro at his Arsenal Man United game. English football is just something else. This week, for the all-in multi, I'm going Dom Young to score any time. I think
he's up and
that bloke
about,
has
isn't
been
he?
absolutely prolific. The way he scored against the Dragons last week, those tries were absolutely unreal. Don't have any odds for you at the moment, but I'm hoping it's above the $1.40, $1.50, but he is an absolute sure thing to get the all-in home all the way here from the sunny UK. Rip in, lads. See you next week.
We actually skipped that. Those 2 fucking tries that he scored, mate,
Oh.
were unreal. When he did that backflip thing, fucking hell.
Raheem is lucky he made 100 because otherwise he was a good shout for
Yeah,
captain of
man.
the week.
And how good was it that I had Knights to win? This is a little multi on the side. I had Knights to win, Dom Young to score 2, and Ravalawa to score 1. Oh, was that the same game? Ravalawa? Was it Dragons?
Dragons, yeah.
So Ravalawa to
He
score
scored a
1.
sick try as well.
Yeah, so I got that, and then I was like, it's fucked. There's only 5 or so minutes to go. Bormy scores 1. I went, surely not. Then the second one, I went, get fucked. Paying about $11.
Yeah, none of us heard that
That
one.
was good.
No.
None of us saw that one.
I was just I was up and about.
So the odds are out now.
Mm.
Geez, you didn't sound real up and about there, did he? It was a bit flat.
After a big snack box.
So $6.70 you're getting there.
Yep,
That's 2 of us to win, Bronx to win, and Young to score.
not bad at all.
Yep. I
Very
like
good.
it.
So if that sounds good to you, head over, download the Bluebet app. You'll find that under the Bluey specials if you search Reggies.
Yep.
Save
Now-
your fucking around.
The old boys, the Bluebet old boys.
Mm.
So, don't know if we mentioned actually, it's Tuesday night that we're recording.
Yeah.
So, there's no markets out for Saturday's races. We can't give you any tips for Wednesday's races because we're still not going to release it until Thursday.
Yeah.
So,
I had one for you.
he did, reckons he had one for Wednesday.
Well, fucking tell us and we'll be able to see if it won.
The
So-
listeners won't get it. So.
Yeah.
what we're going to do, obviously Keats and Rocket, they love going the horses.
Yeah.
We're just going to post their bet slips on Friday like normal, but you won't get a spiel, which is, half the listeners come for Keato and Rocket's spiel. But that's all right. They'll be back next week. But I think because Pedro normally goes on the footy, we've got one from him.
Yep.
So you won't hear Barb's spiel either this week because obviously the fields and odds and stuff aren't out yet. But
That's right. We can't change what we're doing. The boys are going well.
Yeah.
We're starting to get into our groove. You don't fuck the woo-woo.
But all bets will be posted Friday morning. Don't worry. I can't wait to get messages about it saying, where's the tips?
Yeah, for sure.
But they will be out Friday morning. But we are going to hear from Pedro because he normally goes the footy anyway. So what do you reckon, Bronx and Carlton?
Surely. Not a beat. 2-legger.
Throw Arsenal in there too.
No, 4-legger.
G'day, Reggies. Well, time for Pedro's picks. All the way from Edinburgh, Scotland. That's right, lads. In Scotland today, rocked up. Big week, big week. Fuck. We sport-wise, went and watched Arsenal Man United. Unbelievable. Seriously, it was like 5 origins all in one.
Fuck.
And shout out to a lad I met from Sydney, Brad King.
Oh, yeah.
Mad Reggies fan, him and his brother. They were sitting right beside us in the hospitality package thing we had. It was unreal. It was great to see another Aussie over there. And he happened to just love the Reggies, so it was pretty cool. As much as I want to give a Premier League tip this week, maybe next week I'm going to stick with what I know, mate. That's the Broncos this week in the final, in the Friday night final against Melbourne Storm. 3-leg multi.
Nice.
Broncos 1-12. Reece Walsh anytime. And Harry Grant. That's right. I'm going to throw Harry Grant in. Not sure of the odds.
That.
Sorry, Blue Bet. But check it out. It'll pay good enough. So that's Friday night Broncos 1-12. Reece Walsh anytime. And Harry Grant. Jump on it, lads. Hopefully a few got on that Manly game last week. That was nearly fucked everyone over. I didn't watch it, but I seen some of the replays, and Cherry Evans nearly fucked me right over. Jump on it, lads. Enjoy. Cheers.
Got to give it to him whenever he finishes.
G'day,
like,
Reggies. Well, time for...
Whenever he finishes the spiels and that, they do, like, you think about it and it does make sense. Like, I could see a tight game, fucking, Walsh lighting it up and Harry scoring that sneaky fucking try.
What do you reckon you're getting?
Mate, I reckon that'd be probably $9.
12.
9. 41.
41?
Nah, you fucking.
Bronx 1-12. Reece Walsh anytime. Harry Grant anytime. 3 legs at $41.
Wow. That is fucking...
Are we going to the bank?
That should not be paying $41.
Well, you can also boost it to 49 if you like.
Wow.
What?
Harry Grant's $4 to score.
See, that's fucking insane.
Reece Walsh is $2.50 to score.
Harry Grant has scored in some big games before, and he knows how.
I think the Broncos being $2.90, 1-12.
Yeah, the 1-12
that pumps
thing.
it up.
Well,
But yeah,
that's
$41.
Mate, for $41, that is a great bet.
Thank fuck you're not me bookie. $9.
Well, fucking, no, that's tight as.
That was awesome. So I always watch the highlights of the EPL on the weekends because it's on at stupid times for us to watch. And that Arsenal Man United game, he would have that would have been the best day of his life because it was 1-1, 2 minutes to go. Garnacho from Man United breaks through, puts it in the back of the net with 2 minutes to go in normal time. And they go to the VAR and he's offside by a fucking cunt hair.
Yeah.
So goal gets taken away. So they've gone from United have just won the game to down the other end, scored the winner.
Oh.
And then in injury time, they scored another one. So it ended up being 3-1. And fuck, man, it would have just been electric. Like a big rivalry game to go to, just first off. Arsenal, Man United have been rivals for decades.
Yeah.
And then for that to happen, could not have written a better script. So
Good on him. How good's
awesome.
that he's got to experience something like that?
Yeah. And he got to meet old mate who fucking
What
watches
the
the
fuck are the
show.
odds of that?
Yeah, they put it in the ROLC.
Yeah, the
They
photo
said
of him, yeah.
just was in the same hospitality package room as him and he fucking...
Yeah, if
listened
he's
to the
aren't,
Reggies.
that's another thing too. If he's aren't in the RRLC page on Facebook, it's the group we got. Couple of questions you got to answer to get in. If you're not a Reggie, you won't know them, so fuck off. But yeah, head in there and it's where you can have a yarn, share some fucking shit that's happening in the sport, or just it's a good little thing.
I've had heaps of messages in the last probably week about the bots that are in there that post their fucking
they're a
shitty
cunt.
tipping page, pay for these tips things. It's honestly impossible to decipher between real people and them. So sorry. But cheers for sending through. Obviously, as soon as I see it, I fucking boot
So
them
the
from
bots,
the group.
bots even know the Reggie questions.
Yeah,
How's that for AI?
yeah, they get them. But I'm sort of apologies to anyone I knock because I do knock back a few just on suspicion these days.
Oh,
Because it's like I've worked out if they've got 2 first names,
yeah.
they're usually a bot.
Yeah.
Like if it's bloody David Jack or something real, So if you do get knocked back, message me personally and say, hey, mate, fuck off, let me in. And I'll work it out. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I do apologise, but it's all good. We'll get through it and they'll give up. They'll fucking give up one day. Dad,
No, they won't.
yeah, they won't. Hopefully they don't get any of yous with their fucking shitty ads.
Yeah.
Because if they're getting people, then obviously they're going to keep posting them in there. So don't fall for it, for fuck's sake. Oh, boy, I've loved having you on.
Punters Club.
You are the Punters Club man, aren't you?
I was just saying, are we doing that before?
Yeah, no, fucking oath. I was about to wrap up the show.
Oh,
so
well, fucking
thanks
hold
for
on
that.
a second, old son, because I got a Reggie bet here.
Yeah,
Like-
it's your Punters Club.
So, like I said, as if I'm going anything else but from the fucking biffin,
Yeah.
because it's just going to make it even better. And I'm going a proper Reggie bet this week. I'm confident in it too. I'm putting 100 on the snot, and I think it's paying about fucking $7 to $8. So, like we said before, Tuivasa, I think he wins by knockout, so I'm going knockout. Into Justin Tuffer, so another big Kiwi lad. Watched him in Perth, absolutely bury this fucker in the heavyweight division, Parker Porter, in I think the first round. Hits hard as fuck. Had a fight with this bloke just recently, but an eye poke stopped it early, so they rescheduled it. I'm going him to win by KO. And Izzy to win in the main event, just to win. Who's a heavy favourite. So we're after the two big boys to get 2 knockouts in the heavyweight division into Izzy to win. And yeah, I think that's
So you're not just going two of us head to head in this one?
Nah, knockout.
You're going knockout?
Both
Righto.
the big boys to win by knockout and Izzy to win. And I'm putting 100 on it.
And you're not sure what it's paying?
Nah, we did a similar bet.
And going by your odds?
Would it matter?
Nah, we did.
No, it won't. But he's saying 7 to 8, so it's probably paying
78.
Yeah.
Well, we did a similar bet for the other show for our bet of the week because we're both going, and I'm that confident in it that I'm just going for me Punters Club as well.
Wow.
We got about 750, didn't we, Quinn?
Throwing all
Correct.
the eggs into one basket. I love it.
Fucking oath.
So the Alpha Blokes and the Reggies are on the same bet.
Mate, we're on the same.
oath.
I just reckon, good vibes.
Yeah.
Big
and
boys are on.
I half mentioned it, but I don't know if I fully mentioned it, but how stiff Barbary was for the Punters Club. Mate. So he had that multi, and he
Yeah.
went for glory and went to win, and they all placed.
Yeah.
So obviously hindsight's a wonderful thing, but he runs second in secret to Remark by like a half head.
Yep.
And then he runs second with Legacies by fucking half a length. And then Think It Over run third by fucking half a length. So he's ended up running overall about a length.
Yeah.
That was it. That was what covered the whole lot. So
That's punting.
very
over.
unlucky. And then obviously just to top it right off, he ran first and third for his Quinella bet.
Yeah.
So fucking stiff.
Hey, Keato, before Gropes wraps it up and that, mate, the Turf Club at Bowen. Big part of it. We're heading there for the fucking Bowen Cup. And I'm
14th of October, that is, guys.
keen as fuck to come up with you, mate, and check it all out. How's that been for you, man, being a part of all that? And
Look, mate, it's about supporting country racing. I love it.
Yeah.
Right, it's volunteer time. To Steve Daly out there, going to Steve O, president of the Bowen Turf Club. Got a shout out to Wally Grucock. Wally's 76 years of age. He's there every day, mowing on the Hustler. I don't know if he's got the fucking squeeze on there, but Wall does like a bit. Shout out to Wall, keeps him going. He loves it.
Yeah.
It's people like that just go out there and give up their time. Mate, we can't wait for the Bowen Cup. Actually, Thursday week, so tomorrow week, we've got TAB meeting that's been given to Bowen, so we'll be on track. We'll be on Sky One.
Nice.
Let's have a look. Let's hope we get a drop of rain to help us out a little bit, but can't wait for you fellas to come up. I'm hearing a few rumours you have booked a room away from me on
Yeah, for the Saturday night, yeah.
All I can say, I've told Barbary this too, when you get up there, you'll be fucking working.
Yeah. I told him that too.
As long
Don't worry.
as there's no breath, though, Joe, I'll
right.
fucking
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
work
there's
me
none of
freckle
that.
off.
Well, you'll sign the risk assessment day one. and
Yeah.
then you do your own take fives, but you'll be working.
Nah, fucking oath, mate.
But no, look, thanks for asking, mate. It is a great thing that a little volunteer club gets out there, and we do it for the community.
Yeah.
All right, it's an event like the Bowen. I think the cup's going to I reckon we'll have 3,800, 4,000.
That's prime, mate.
That's
It's gonna be
massive.
huge.
Where are they going to fit?
We'll fit them. Just where are we going to?
No one will get knocked back.
So how much like prepping and planning, mate, goes
happening.
into the Bowen
It's
Cup?
on.
Like how long before it do you start putting things in place, you reckon?
4 months.
Yep.
4 months. It's all about tent space and marquees and caterings and
Not to mention all the work you got to do with sponsors and stuff as well.
All of that.
Trying to get them on board.
Yep. Yeah, it's not nothing. Then the other side of that is about the grounds, the facilities, the track. And
Yeah.
That's
No,
what we'll
we're-
be doing.
Mate, we're keen as
chairs
fuck.
and tables, boys.
Yeah.
We're keen as fuck, mate, and leading up to it, we'll be giving it a good plug and hopefully seeing a heap of other fucking Reggies make it to it, because I reckon it's those sort of race days that it's just such a good time, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it will be.
Mm.
And we'll get the pizza oven going Friday night too.
Yeah. Wait till you see the old boy's new place.
Oh.
The pool's going to be in too.
Stop it.
Yeah. No, it's going to be prime. But yeah, we have booked the room in town because this was me, because I know that you don't usually like to go places after the races. That's just how you are. You love going back and sitting on the patio and drinking 1,000
fire
stubbies
on.
with the fire and everything. And I just think that the
ding,
Reggies
ding, ding.
possibly might want to go and have a little trundle in town.
Go have a taste of one of those bone mangoes.
So yeah, look, can't wait for that. Loved having you on, mate. It's
Yeah.
been awesome.
Fuck yeah, mate.
Boys,
Yeah.
love coming on. I must say, like you fellas have been to school from preschool right through to year 12. I used to pick you up, drop you off. Rocket used to do a bit. We used to tag team along. See you young fellas grow up to where you are today. Like I've always told my son how proud I am, but you blokes being mates, to get to where you are today, I couldn't be any prouder.
Oh, good on you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Fucking unreal.
Couldn't have done it without you.
I know, and I sort of. I told you the bloodlines to go chasing when you were in grade 3, right? When we was going with all the girls at school and that. You just didn't follow them bloodlines, but anyway.
I know exactly who he's talking about there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. It's been awesome. We're going to see all the Reggies next week, of course. 2 weeks, we got Barb's on too. So
Yeah.
fucking get ready for that one.
Tommy got a new truck today too.
Barb's did, yeah, I know. He's got
Yeah?
a new fucking ute.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Won't
No,
get
we're
far,
paying
he
him-
reckons. He
We're paying him
reckons
too much.
Ipswich. Yeah. We're fucking paying him too much. We'll see you next week. Oh, no, we won't.
And a quick shout out to my old mate Freeman.
Oh, yeah. Dwayne, how did he fucking get a shout out?
Well, we were going to talk about me horse ownership.
Yes, we were.
I was
gonna
going to
do
grub
that.
him, but anyway.
Next time.
Yeah,
you guys.
well,
Grab him
it
next
fucking
time.
won't be the last time, Keato.
Nah.
That's
Good
for
on you,
sure.
lads. Thank you.
Sweet
See you
ass.
next week,
Have a
eh?
Good one, Reggies.